Hello, it's the Isle of Wight angler. Just touched down in the Lofoten Islands. Where are we? Solvagen. The weather's not great at the minute, so we haven't been able to get out to do any fishing. So we're just going to give you a little basic tutorial on how to make rigs for halibut, flatfish, cod. With Kai from Nordic Fishing Adventures, and we're just going to give you a basic shout of the sort of gear they use out here. So if you're coming out here on a holiday, or you're coming out here just like travelling, you know what you need for your fishing basically. So I'm with Kai, and we're gonna talk you through what we're gonna go through first.
I'm gonna make a easy flounder rig.
Flounder rig, yeah.
With some beads and
some beads and that. So
and
we're gonna
spinners.
Spinners. So we're basically gonna go through like sort of line that you need to use, the attractors and stuff they use. Like some of the hooks, like South Coast fishing, we think 4-0 hooks are big with a little mackerel head on, but after what I've seen in these boys' tackle boxes, it's absolutely different ball game. So we're going to try and teach you a little bit about it. So I'm going to go on to Kai, and he's going to show you how we do.
Okay, so I don't have any really thin lines in my tackle box, but we're gonna make some for some flounder anyway. So it's a bit too heavy gear, but gonna try.
What would you want to use mainly, like if you're after flounder, like mono?
This is 0.50 millimeters, so it's a 20 kilo line, and
that's a bit too strong.
I would go for a maximum of 0.20 for a flounder.
Yeah, right.
But gonna make these.
And it's what baits would you use when you're fishing for flounder, like?
Strips of collie, and I mix it with some honeyworms or some.
So it's artificial baits, is that?
Yeah.
Let's show that to the camera now. So it's artificial baits. They're catching the flatfish, the plaice, and the flounder on. It's kind of what we use for carp back home, but if it works, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
So let's see. Start at the end with a normal swivel.
Yeah.
All my traces I usually use a double blood knot.
Blood knot, yeah.
Or
Straight
at least
through.
that's what I call it.
Yeah,
so
strong knot anyway. Strong knot, yeah.
I make a double loop, cross it, and then I twist it 3 times around the main line and go through both of the loops.
Yeah.
And it's a winner.
Doesn't fail.
No, never.
That's it. It's a strong knot, same as what we use at home. You know, it's never gonna fail. You're never gonna have to.
When it's finished, it looks like this.
Yeah.
Take the other end and put on a big luminous bead first.
So would you say that's a pop-up, like a floating bead, or?
It floats a little bit.
It floats a little bit, so it keeps it off the surface. Do you know what I mean?
And then I take a smaller bead after that one.
So it's just exactly what we do at home, boys and girls. It's like an attractor to the fish. You know?
Yeah.
It's the same like when you're after the flatties and that. You want luminous beads and stuff because it attracts. Like it just sticks out, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's the exact same as when you're out here. So make sure you got some lumies.
And then I have some luminous tubes, rubber tubes.
That goes on the mono as well. That goes on the line.
And then I go the other way again. So I start with a small bead. A big bead.
But it's basically the same principle, and you're using that to attract the flats. Do you know what I mean? It's no different. What we do at home, we use sequins and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very similar. So I go bead, sequin, and I build up like a little stack, and it sits on top of the main line with my hook, and then we use worm. Obviously it's a bit different, but...
And now I'm gonna build up for the spinner, and the big beads, the holes on them are a little bit bigger than the smaller ones, so to keep the spinner to not get stuck inside one of the beads, I'm gonna put on another small one after the big one, to keep this boom that I put the spinner on to get stuck.
And it's basically like them. Is that what you mean by a spinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that almost flashes in the water.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It spins.
At home we call them. So that's what they call a spinner. We call that a spoon at home. We get very similar, but not in colours like that, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. We have spoons, but they're more metal. They spin in the water. So they move.
Yeah, this one spins.
That's the same. Yeah. But the colour's very fluorescent. You know?
Yeah.
And I suppose that's the same with the Lumi beads. That's why you use luminous stuff.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause it gives that glow in the water.
It increases the chances.
Chance of catching a fish, 110%. So what have we got going on there then, Kai?
And then after the spinner, I take another small bead.
And this is like basic flatfish rig. It's what you'd use for flounder, plaice.
What I would use.
What you'd use.
Yeah.
And you obviously know enough because you got your boat. Do you know what I mean? Big up Nordic sea angler, by the way.
And then a big bead, and then I put on another tube, and then it's finished.
It's the man you want to get hold of if you want to come over here and catch some big fish. It's Nordic Sea Adventures. Give him a shout. A lot cheaper rates than everyone else. And he knows his shit. Let's just put it like that. Yeah.
And then I put a normal clip swivel on, so it's easier to clip on any.
And that's what your weight will go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same again, blood knot.
Yeah.
Double blood. Yeah. And what your main line, your choice line, what would you usually use for the flatfish around here? Like £20, £30?
For the halibut or normal flatfish?
Well, for normal flatfish fishing.
I don't know how to.
Night gear.
They don't get so big. If
but halibut, you go in bigger.
Yeah, halibut I go big.
And you'd never use braid as a main line, as a trace line. Always mono.
Always mono.
Always mono.
You need some stretch when you're close to the bottom.
Yeah, bit of give. Yeah, bit of give. So that's what we have.
Yeah. And it looks like this. And you have bait on one end, and yeah.
And what would you attach your hook to the quick link, or quick link goes on your main line? You'd attach your hook to. So would you have another bit of line running from the swivel?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of size hooks would you use? Like 1/0s, 2/0s?
For the small flounder.
For the flounder and the plaice.
I would use 0.4.
0.4. So very small hooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worms, small baits.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So we're just talking about finishing the rig basically. The sort of size hook that you used. Kai's going to do the talking now.
At the end, after the luminous tube I put on, I use a 0.4 hook from Musta.
Mustad.
Yeah.
The salad, yeah.
And I use a blood knot at that one as well.
Same as every knot, it's a reliable knot, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
what we use for everything back home, you know.
That's what I always
It's
use.
just a couple of loops through. It's reliable. It's a strong knot. You can't knock it. Basically, it's easy. It's simple. You know.
And we might go for some night fishing as well.
Later, you
Yeah.
reckon? Yeah. Be fishing dead baits. I'm hoping to get some footage on the fish. It's just it's been a bit. I must have brought the English weather with me because I touched down to Letness. We had an hour's drive, and the weather is just hit hard, man. Like you wouldn't want to be out fishing, and I understand. Like I don't want to take me out on a boat and this and this. It's the same as when you're home. You know, you look at the weather, you judge the weather. Like you don't want to go out in rough conditions. So that's the rig basically. So that is flounder plaice. That's what you're targeting on that sort of thing. You want as much attraction as you can get. You got your spoon, you got your lunas. Yeah. That's it. And what sort of bait would you put on that hook to attract like the big plaice and stuff like that?
I would use a strip of mackerel. Or
thin strips. Yeah.
The silver
Silver,
side of the fish.
Like back home in the UK, and that, obviously you'd use ragworm, lugworm to attract it, but it's the same thing if you want to get the big ones. I've seen the size of the flounders and the plaice they get out here, and they're like dustbin lids, boys. They are monsters. Like literally 5 pound plaice. They're not small fish, you know, and they still put up a good take.
Yeah. And addition to the strips.
It's just all these artificials, you know. Gulp.
Earthworms and
Earthworms.
honeyworms.
I don't know if it's the scent or something, but you'd put that on top of your bait.
Yeah.
So you bait up and then, yeah.
Yeah, it adds smell and
adds the scent. So what we're moving on to now? We're going cod. We're going halibut. What are we talking about next?
Now we're gonna do a simple cod rig.
Simple cod rig. That's what's coming next.